Welcome everybody to race number 4 of the season here at Phoenix Motor Speedway. 156 laps lined up, and Shane Van Gisbergen wins your pole. Kyle Busch off in second. "30 laps is your first stage here as we get set to go green.
Green, green, green.
We come to the green. We are off from Phoenix. And quickly Kyle Busch around the outside, trying to take the lead here from Shane Van Gisbergen. And he will complete the pass. Kyle Busch to the race lead. Kyle Busch still leading after 3. Allmendinger second. Shane Van Gisbergen back in third. Byron in fourth. Bell in fifth. Osavar, who looked good start of the season, falls all the way back. But Kyle hasn't won in 60 races. Looking to get his first win in many seasons, in 2 seasons. So a short first stage, like I said, only 30 laps, but longer second and third stages. Will that lead to strategy like we saw last week in Coda? Kyle Busch pulling out to an early lead. Just look back through the field here. It is getting mixed up in the back. Ty Gibbs back here. Bowman, Blaney back here. He did not have a good qualifying. Justin Haley, last week's winner, bunch of cars you really don't see just hanging around in the back. But Kyle Busch still your leader. And as we come to the line, it will be 20 laps to go here in stage number 1. Kyle Busch pulling out to a commanding lead, kind of like what we saw from Kyle Larson last week at Coda. Hopefully it doesn't end the same way. Hopefully for Kyle, he can end that 60 race winless drought. So as all the laps tick down, 15 to go. This brings us halfway to stage number 1. And you can just see the lead that Kyle has over Allmendinger, who's out in second. See the cars right down the backstretch. Briscoe makes a pass, looking around the outside of Ross Chastain. He'll complete it. Shane Van Gisbergen looking maybe to make a move on Allmendinger. Bell had a look on Byron. Byron gets the runoff down the backstretch, and he's able to hold that position off. as Kyle Busch makes his way out of turns 3 and 4. Bring us to 10 to go here in stage number 1. You see in the distance, Eric Jones and other lapped cars. Maybe Kyle Busch can catch up to them by the end of the stage, but you're also not sure if Kyle is saving any of his tires, because I'm not sure these AI or these drivers will pit at the end of the stage. They like to do the one-stoppers. We'll see what happens as we have 8 laps to go here in stage number 1. Seven to go now. As we head into turn number 1, this has been the easiest stage for Kyle Busch. As he starts to see Ty Dillon coming up. Five to go now. Stage number 1. I was closing in on some lap traffic. I don't think he'll get there. As we take a look back, Gisbergen closing in on AJ Allmendinger. Two drivers you would not expect to be in the top 5 or top 10 here at Phoenix. Three to go now. Take one more look through the field. Blaney's struggling with his car. See a little wiggle right there. Just not having the day you would want. Here we got a big pack racing. Kyle Larson seems to be leading that way. And Elliott make a move on Byron for some stage points. But with 2 laps to go, Kyle Busch cruising his way to a stage 1 win. Pit road is closed here as we got one more time around in stage number 1. No lap traffic, he will not get there in time. Going into turns 3 and 4, Kyle Busch. It's not a race win, but it is something. Kyle Busch will win stage number 1 here at Phoenix Motor Speedway. Allmendinger comes in second, and Gisbergen right behind him. Bell actually passes Byron for it. Fourth spot. Byron finishes fifth. Hocevar sixth. Logano seventh. Reddick eighth. Suarez ninth. And John Hunter Nemechek closes out the top 10. Any comers? Looks like we stay clear pit road. No, actually, yes. Some in the back. See all these drivers come down pit road. Not going to lose much track position. So why not? Dylan comes out of his spot. Looks like he might win the race off pit road. Actually, Noah Haley. So now these cars with fresher tires. Will that help them? So will the tires help them? We hit 1 to green. So we're racing with 58 laps in stage number 2. Will the tires help them? And does anyone have anything for Kyle Busch? We have seen a trend. Stage 1 winner goes on to win both stages. Will that continue? A 2x2. They head down the backstretch. Pace car goes off in turn number 2.
Green, green, green.
And as they come to the line, we are green here for stage number 2 at Phoenix. Allmendinger able to stay side by side going down. Still side by side. Christopher Bell making some noise. Looks like Kyle Busch might just clear him. Maybe not. We stay side by side down into turn number 1. AJ Allmendinger will clear Kyle Busch. Christopher Bell moves up to 3rd. Hocevar moves up to 4th. But we asked if anyone has anything for Kyle Busch. I think the answer was yes, AJ Allmendinger. Remember, a win and you're in to the playoffs. That's why all these drivers really forcing, because there could be more than 16 winners in a season right now. No repeat. Briscoe won the 500. Busher won at Atlanta, and Justin Haley surprisingly took Coda off of some pit strategy. But Kyle Busch, he's staying right behind Allmendinger. Will he make a move, and will that move allow Christopher Bell to make some noise? But Kyle Busch here down side by side. Kyle Busch around the outside. Christopher Bell might want to make it 3 wide. Busch takes the lead. Christopher Bell looks like he'll clear him. He'll clear Allmendinger too. Busch back to the lead. Christopher Bell back in second. Now does Christopher Bell have anything for Kyle? So Kyle was able to pull away slightly. So already in the first 10 laps of this stage, more action than we saw in stage number 1. "50 laps to go, 49 when we come to the line." Busch has been able to pull out to about a second and a half lead over Christopher Bell. And Shane Van Gisbergen has been able to take 5th or 4th back from Carson Hocevar. See, all these drivers in the back here have the fresher tires. Blaney, Briscoe almost getting loose. Able to save it. We're 3 wide back in the pack. Briscoe, I think Briscoe has a problem. He is really slow on the bottom. So Briscoe moves back to last. He's definitely slowing it up. Ty Dillon making the most out of his tires. Finished last at the start of the stage, or at the end of the stage 1. But 43 to go when we come back to the line. Gisbergen has fallen backwards again. Hocevar able to pass him. Liam Byron hoping he can get by too. As Ty Dillon is able to get back into the top 20 on those fresh tires. Same with Austin Cindric and Cole Custer. But these longer stages could bring strategy into play. When to pit? Is there going to be a green flag pit stop? How many stops do you want to take? Gisbergen has closed the gap now on Hocevar. Byron can't make the move stick. Down into green 4, 40 to go. We're a third of the way through this stage. Can Byron make another move again? Looks like Tyler Reddick slowly creeping up. Gisbergen slides up the track. Byron not able to make up for it. Just waiting for a mistake to happen. But while that happens, 2:23:11 drivers are slowly catching up. Looks like Gisbergen just can't quite hold the bottom, as well as William Byron in turns 3 and 4. Kyle Busch able to pull back to a lead of about 7 seconds, I'd say, over Elliott. Kyle Busch definitely looking like the car to beat. 33 to go now. As Kyle's still leading, we've been watching this battle, but maybe Herbst has something to say to Reddick as he's been catching up to him. Running that mid lane, he's been able to make up some time on his teammate, Tyler Reddick. And he'll go around the outside. Reddick uses the dog leg, gets loose, and that's going to allow Riley Herbst to go around. Maybe Joey Logano too. Actually, Logano enters the turn sideways. He's a little loose there. Everybody getting loose. Tires are wearing out. There's still 31 to go to the next stage. It's like Chase Briscoe was finally able to get back on track. Ty Dillon, he's fallen off drastically. He was in 20th, now he's all the way back to 29th. But 30 to go here. Allmendinger, I think he's closing in the gap to Elliott. Just like Gisbergen did to Hocevar right here. Trying to get his position back. He might get it down the backstretch. You look up here, Allmendinger, he's going to try to go around the outside of Chase Elliott. Elliott uses the dog leg. Gets a little loose, and that's going to allow Allmendinger to go back to second place. I just think these drivers have drove their cars out. Just have no more tire left. Herbst trying to make a move on William Byron. This would be for 6th. If he can make it stick. Herbst is looking fast. Gisbergen, though, will go to the inside of Carson Hocevar. Hocevar takes him way outside lane. He's able to get a run down the front stretch. Side by side into turn 1, Gisbergen. Looks like he'll just be able to clear him. Maybe not down the backstretch. Looks like he is clear. Maybe Hocevar is able to stick that nose in. Now down the front stretch, Hocevar not able to compete. And Gisbergen able to take 4th back. But here's William Byron while this is all going down. He's been able to catch up. And he's looking to take 5th away from rookie Carson Hocevar. Or second year Carson Hocevar. Maybe Reddick has something for his teammate Herbst in the back. Hocevar gets loose. It's going to allow William Byron to make that pass. And as that happens, Tyler Reddick is able to make the pass on his teammate Riley Herbst. Herbst looked to the inside, nothing going there. 22 laps to go. And Kyle Busch still in the lead. The lap traffic not too far in front. Could that slow him up? But could also winning stage 2 be bad luck for Kyle Busch, as I mentioned before, the winner of the if you win both stages, you don't finish inside the top 10. Blaney finished almost last at Atlanta when he won both stages, and Larson was able to squeak out a 12th last week at Coda. Looks like this will be another one-stopper, though. Kyle Busch will definitely get some cars lapped by the end of the stage. Hopefully he can do it cleanly. And not allow Allmendinger to catch up, even though he is far, far behind. Ross Chastain, it looks like he's catching up. Larson makes the pass for 10th around John Hunter Nemechek. Larson really trying to go now. Can Hunter Nemechek have a response? Looks like he'll go down low. Larson stays clear, 17 to go. As our leader crosses the line, Kyle Busch. But Ross Chastain, he's here. He's going to get a run around the outside of Logano. This is for 9th. Logano goes down. He gets a little loose. It seems like on older tires, you can't use the dog leg like these drivers want to. And Ross Chastain able to make Logano pay. He takes 9th away. Byron makes a pass around Carson Hocevar. Gisbergen catching up to Bell, though. Just like Kyle Busch has caught up to lap traffic Bubba Wallace. So it looks like Wallace is not going to give up easily. 14 to go now. As Kyle comes across the line. And Gisbergen is going to go around Bell for 3rd. Bell had a strong restart. All of that won't matter. He's now lost 2 positions and falls back to 4th. Looks like Kyle's finally able to go around Bubba Wallace and lap him. Now as he tries to catch up to Cole Custer. Custer and Hamlin battle in front of Kyle. That's what Kyle does not want. He does not want the cars to be side by side when he tries to lap them. He wants them to be in single file. That almost let him by. As 11 laps are to go. Kyle debating go high, go low. So he'll try to go low. He gets a little sideways. Older tires now really taking into effect. 10 to go in stage number 1. Looks like Kyle has smooth sailing as he tries to lap Denny Hamlin. Now as he tries to work on Cole Custer. As he'll take the outside lane here. As all this happens, look who's slowly catching up. Second place and third place, Allmendinger and Shane Van Gisbergen. He is able to go by, now has Ty Dillon in front, who will most likely let him by. Maybe not as he takes the bottom lane. Look how I was able to pass him around the top, down the backstretch. Maybe not. Elliott gets sent all the way up high. He gets moved out of the way. I don't know by who, though. 6 to go now in stage number 1. Five to go now. Ryan Preece gets loose under Elliott and Kyle. Luckily, he is able to save it and not shoot up the track. Josh Berry, he's been on the move lately. Preece gets loose again under Kyle. Kyle's teammate Dillon, I'd imagine he'd let Kyle just go right by. Now Kyle Busch goes and gets loose in the dog leg. Trying to stay in front with 4 laps to go. Actually, Kyle Busch is going to come down to pit. Early pit stop from Kyle. That's going to put Allmendinger in the lead now. Will others come to pit? He pits right before the stage. That is strategy right there. Unless he goes a lap down, which he probably will. What? I don't see why you pit now and not just stay out. But Allmendinger is going to come down too. So will Gisbergen. Elliott does too. Byron comes down. Looks like everybody but Herbst and Larson come down now. So 2 to go. Pit road is closed. That's going to give Riley Herbst the race win, as he cannot actually... He doesn't care for the rules, I guess. Herbst comes down pit road. It's gonna give him a black flag. Same with Todd Gilliland in the 34. One more time around here in stage. Looks like now Larson will go down. So who does that put in the lead? Maybe Eric Jones? I actually don't know. That actually puts Cody Ware in the lead. And Cody Ware from Pit Strategy. Cody Ware wins stage number 2. What a weird way to end the stage. Cody Ware first. Eric Jones comes out second. Cindric pulls out a third. Blaney a fourth. McDowell a fifth. Zane Smith able to grab a sixth. Justin Haley seventh. Ty Gibbs eighth. Gregson ninth. And Austin Dillon finishes in 10th. So now you'll see these drivers stayed out come down to pit now. And I assume all of these other drivers might take a wave around. So that might put William Byron in the race lead. After all this is played out, I have no idea. But 62 laps are to go. Actually, no, William Byron will go around and get the free pass. I have no idea who's going to be in the lead or not. Looking at the top, Kyle Busch is still the race leader. So I have no idea what's going to happen. It looks like cars will take the wave around. So after all of that, look at where it brought the drivers who waited. They are out in front, other than the top 4, which has stayed the same pretty much the whole time. But 60 laps to go.
Green, green, green.
We are racing here. What a jump for Kyle Busch. I'm not sure if he jumped the restart or not. But he just shot right out like a cannon. Just look all in the back of the pack as Bell's trying to take over second from Allmendinger. Where did Brian Blaney come from? He's been in the back all day. Same with all these other drivers, and they just suddenly appear. What a battle we got going on here for fourth. Gisbergen dropped all the way back, restarted third. Eric Jones gets a little tap from Ty Gibbs. Blaney able to go around. Gibbs able to go around. Gisbergen trying to go around the outside. Gets a little bit sideways. Able to hold on. Gibbs and Blaney still able to hold on for fourth and fifth. Kyle Busch still able to hold out a lead. And he has 52 laps so he can end his winless streak at Phoenix Motor Speedway. Blaney able to pull away now. There's 50 laps are to go. Kyle Busch cruising on in. Gisbergen able to take over 5th from Ty Gibbs. Maybe Gisbergen can crawl his way back up towards the front. Kyle Busch, what a lead he's pulled out. And what a day he's been having. Sacrifice the stage win for possibly a race win. So we come to the line. 45 to go here in Phoenix. Kyle Busch has been dominant all day. And honestly, I don't think there's any sign of it stopping. As Larson passes Dillon. Trying to make his way up front. Cody Ware, who won stage 2, he's falling back behind. Blaney trying to squeak away a top 5. Closing on 40 to go. Blaney still trying to hold on to that top 5. Looks like he has a little bit of... looks to be clear. Thought he had a little bit of damage on that right side. Looks to be all cleaned up. As Shane Van Gisbergen closes in on him. But 40 to go, 39 when we come back to the line. Bell looks like he's closing in on the gap. Same with Gisbergen. Battle for 2nd, battle for 4th. Shane tries to take the dog leg. That's not going to work out for him. Maybe it does. Looks like he got a little bit of a nose under Blaney. Now he goes to the outside of Ryan Blaney. Gisbergen. The outside. Can he make it stick? I think he can, as Blaney got loose there. Did not have a good turn. And Shane Van Gisbergen moves up to 4th. Now Bell. I think Bell has a chance to catch up to Kyle Busch if he could just get around Allmendinger. Allmendinger doing a really good job holding him off. .35 to go as Kyle Busch crosses the line. We've been eyeing up this battle. Not as much has been going on, though. Bell hasn't really been able to make a move. But now Bell to the outside. He sees Shane's coming. And he sees how far away Kyle Busch has pulled. Almost a whole back length stretch. Elliott finally is able to get a good run. He goes to the outside. And with 33 laps to go, Elliott moved up to second. Maybe he can chase our leader, Kyle Busch, down. Kyle Busch hoping it doesn't happen. It's been 60 races since Rowdy has won his last race. But you know what always plays a toll? Lap traffic. Haley, Nemechek, Custer, all in the back. And Kyle Busch is going to catch him by the end of the race. .30 to go now. See in the back. I believe Bell making up some time. But for third, Gisbergen goes around Allmendinger. And Gisbergen up to third now. What a weird stage 2 finish we had. I like to go back to that. Cody Ware coming out of nowhere, taking the win. Eric Jones second. The only one I could see that is reasonable is Ryan Blaney, maybe Michael McDowell, and Ty Gibbs. Bell closing the gap now. He has 27 laps plus some lap traffic help, hopefully. You can see just how close he is. And he might be there. He might have the final 20 laps with a face full of lap traffic. Looked like for a couple of laps, you had Christopher Bell closing the gap. Now it looks like it has evened out. .24 to go. You can see the lap traffic. It's just a group of 4 cars. That is not what Kyle wants to see. Eric Jones. Hunter Nemechek. Looks to be the first car that will go one lap down. This is definitely slowing Kyle up. .22 to go, 21 when we get to the line. Kyle Busch gives a bumper to Hunter Nemechek, moves him out of the way, says, "You're not going to move for me. I'll make you move." Hunter Nemechek actually able to clear back Kyle Busch. Now he'll try to go to the dog leg. Won't get it there. Hunter Nemechek doing a great job holding Kyle Busch off. Just trying to stay on the lead lap. Maybe we get a caution. Look at the gap closing. Kyle still not there. He might get it. Hunter Nemechek gets a little loose. I don't know if Kyle touched him or not. But he's able to clear John Hunter Nemechek. 20 laps to go here at Phoenix. Looks like Shane Van Gisbergen is catching Christopher Bell. That's not good for either of them as they want to catch Kyle Busch. Bell still has a little bit of a gap. But it is definitely closing. And Shane Van Gisbergen will take a chance here. Go on board with Kyle Busch. Shane Van Gisbergen is able to make it clear past Christopher Bell for second. And Shane Van Gisbergen 16 to go now. Shane Van Gisbergen makes the pass on Christopher Bell, and now it's up to him to catch Kyle, who is stuck behind his teammate. Twelve laps to go now. Kyle Busch has been able to pass some lap traffic. But look at this big group of cars right in front. Gisbergen definitely catching up. Closes the gap by about a half. Here's Justin Haley and Elliott fighting for their lives in front of them. Ten laps to go. Kyle Busch goes around the outside of Justin Haley, doing whatever it takes to get by lap traffic. And if you're Shane Van Gisbergen and riding around in second, how do you get by to where you can able to catch Kyle? He has 9 laps to think of a way. I just don't think it's possible. He's taking the outside lane, and he's actually getting by him way quicker than Kyle Busch. Could be that they are giving up. Eight laps to go. Gisbergen closing. Kyle's gonna go way to the inside, trying to get around Cole Custer. Can't happen in 3 and 4. 7 laps to go. Now he goes around the outside, just trying to put as many cars in between him and Shane as possible. Oh, try to go. Oh, almost around. Who's Ross Chastain? That would have brought out a caution. 4 laps to go now. Getting stuck behind Carson Hocevar. Don't think it'll matter much as there are 4 cars between him and second place. Actually, Justin Haley. Justin Haley looking to make a move 3 wide. 3 laps to go. Kyle Busch slowly starting to fall off. Hocevar goes way down low, letting Kyle Busch pass. And that pass right there might have done it. Just Shane Van Gisbergen can't get by. But one more time around. White flags in the air for Kyle Busch. Bubba Wallace clears down low. Gisbergen seconds behind. Cars behind. 60 races it has been since Kyle Busch and the number 8 RCR Chevy have been in victory lane. 60 races, 60 failures. Finally, Kyle Busch is a race winner. And he wins at Phoenix. Gisbergen will take second. Nobody expected that. Blaney in fourth. Bell in third. Gibbs expected finish, but nobody expected Shane Van Gisbergen. So as we look at the race results, Kyle Busch wins after leading all but 9 laps. Allmendinger leads 2. Ware leads 2. Or Allmendinger leads 5. Ware leads 2. Herbst leads 1. And Larson led 1. Elliott, not a good race for him. He finishes a lap down. Same with Custer and Wallace. Kyle Busch, I mean, what a race for him. And Cody Ware to get to win stages. But everybody really doing one stoppers. I mean, the 2 stoppers actually really worked for Blaney, Gibbs, Jones, Gregson, Zane Smith, able to get top 10s. Fastest lap and another point to Kyle Busch. That's 2 races in a row where he has gotten the fastest lap. But that'll do it here. Take a look at the stage results. But that will do it from Phoenix. And we will see you next week at Las Vegas.